Ever wondered how the unseen world of cross-border crime and smuggling impacts your daily life? Now, let's take a moment to dive deep into this clandestine underworld. It's a reality that's often hidden in plain sight, yet its effects permeate every corner of our global society. From the bustling streets of New York to the serene landscapes of rural Asia, an intricate web of illicit activities is woven. This network is as diverse as it is vast, encompassing everything from drug trafficking and arms smuggling to the devastating practice of human trafficking. These activities might seem distant, perhaps even unrelated to your day-to-day life, but consider this: the counterfeit smartphone you bought online, the cheap knockoff designer bag, or even the drugs that find their way into your community. They're all part of this global jigsaw of illegality. This invisible threat, though often out of sight, should never be out of mind. Imagine a bustling border crossing. Now picture a hidden network of tunnels beneath it. This is not a scene from a Hollywood movie, but a reality at the US-Mexico border. Drug traffickers employ an array of ingenious methods, from underground tunnels to ultralight aircraft, to smuggle their illicit cargo across the border. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse with law enforcement. Border Patrol agents are continually adapting to new smuggling techniques, utilizing cutting-edge technology and intelligence to stay one step ahead in this unending race. But the repercussions of this illicit trade extend beyond the border. Communities on both sides bear the brunt, grappling with an influx of drugs and the ripple effects that follow: a surge in crime, economic instability, and societal decay. The drug trade is a stark illustration of the complex web of cross-border crime, underscoring the urgent need for comprehensive and effective solutions. As we've seen, the underbelly of cross-border crime is far-reaching and complex. Now, let's shift our focus to another equally distressing form of cross-border crime: human smuggling. In the vast expanse of the Mediterranean Sea, a haunting narrative unfolds. Desperate individuals, yearning for better lives, place their faith in the hands of ruthless smugglers. These profiteers, exploiting the vulnerable, ferry their human cargo in perilous journeys across the sea. Their vessels, often overcrowded and unsuitable for such voyages, become floating death traps. This is not just a crime, it's a humanitarian crisis. The United Nations estimates that thousands have lost their lives in these treacherous crossings. Yet, the numbers continue to rise, as poverty and conflict drive more people to take the risk. The smugglers, meanwhile, evade justice with their shadowy networks and elusive identities. They continue to prey on the desperate, turning human life into a commodity. The human cost of these illicit transactions is immeasurable, a sobering reminder of the darker side of globalization. The question then arises: how can we combat this invisible threat? In the face of such a daunting challenge, the world has risen to the occasion, employing various strategies to fight against cross-border crime. Technological advancements are at the forefront, with cutting-edge border surveillance systems aiding in the detection of illegal activities. These systems encompass everything from high-resolution cameras and drones to artificial intelligence algorithms that analyze patterns and predict potential threats. Equally significant is the role of international cooperation among law enforcement agencies. By sharing intelligence, resources, and expertise, countries can effectively counteract the global networks of crime. Joint operations, global treaties, and interagency partnerships are becoming more commonplace, symbolizing our collective stance against these illicit activities. Educational campaigns targeting vulnerable communities also play a critical role, helping to prevent individuals from becoming entangled in criminal networks in the first place. The fight against cross-border crime is a daunting task, but not an impossible one. In the past few minutes, we've delved into a world that remains unseen to many, yet affects us all. We've navigated the murky waters of cross-border crime and smuggling, tracing its insidious tendrils from the drug trade to human smuggling. We've seen how these invisible threats seep into our communities, impacting us socially, economically, and even environmentally. We've attempted to unravel the complexity of this global challenge, a web spun with threads of desperation, greed, and exploitation. We've also witnessed the relentless fight against it, a battle fought not just at the borders but in policy rooms, research centers, and public forums. In every corner of this world, every second of every day, efforts are being made to stem this tide. Yet the fight is far from over. As we continue our daily lives, remember this invisible threat and the collective effort required to combat it. After all, safety begins with awareness. Don't forget to like and subscribe.